So we are here for our client spotlight, and we are here with Marlon Stepp of Steps by Stepp. How you doing today, Marlon?
I'm doing good. Pleasure being with you, man.
Tell our audience just a little bit about who is Marlon Stepp and Steps by Stepp.
Okay, so Marlon Stepp is just native to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Went to Southern University School of Architecture, and I graduated around 2012, and I moved to Houston for to work in the architecture field. There was a lot of construction going on, so I've been in Houston ever since 2013, and I recently started my own architecture business as far as like remodeling, designing, kitchen and baths. We do a lot of flooring. Started that about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and we've been growing ever since. We basically got started from community service. So I was doing community service with a few different churches around Houston, and it just started blowing up. A lot of clients started reaching out to us, asking for particular services, and it just kind of went from there. The main thing that differentiates us is that we're a small group of people, but we're very close knit. So we rely on one another very heavily. So it's not different subcontractors that we don't know. It's not different random new hires that are constantly coming on. We've been with the same crew for about maybe a year and a half, 2 years since we basically started. We have specialists on our team that have been in the field for 5 to 10 plus years, and I think we work very well together. We have 5 core values that we stand on, and I think if you implement those core values in each project, each time you meet a client, the work speaks for itself. I think what I like most is seeing the client eyes when they finally see that their project is completed. One thing that I always tell my guys, trust the process. I tell the clients, trust the process. Sometimes the process can be hectic. It could be ugly when you're remodeling somebody's home or somebody's, dwelling space where they like to come after work and relax. When they come home and they see, tarps, and they see dust, and they see debris, and they see things that are demoed, that can be very, very frustrating. So the process at times can get frustrating. What we love to see is like the final product, and the clients are, hey, look, it was worth every minute. It was worth the frustration. It was worth the time spent, the effort spent, it was worth the money spent. Seeing that final look when everything is complete is it's huge. I definitely I live for it. That is a very good question. I think the most challenging aspect is I would say sometimes I guess the idea of not realizing how the client may perceive your thoughts or your presentation, because people like different things. Some people like modern, some people like contemporary, some people like traditional. So whenever you're presenting a design or whenever you're presenting a 3D rendering of something, it's difficult because you're like, hey, look, I don't know what this client is used to or what this client is going for. So the initial presentation can be kind of difficult, just getting a really good understanding what the client is looking for. You go back and forth. I've had some clients where we've gone back and forth for like a couple months, just trying to bring their vision to life. Some clients can't really articulate exactly what they're looking for. Some clients don't even know what they're looking for. They're just like, hey, look, throw us some ideas and let's see if we like it. So it can ping pong a lot before the actual, project starts. So I think the most difficult thing is some of the clients that don't know what they want, and us just presenting to them different options. Oh man, so honestly, I was at first when I started my business, I was doing everything. I was trying to do the marketing, I was trying to do accounting, I was trying to do the client facing, I was trying to do installs, I was trying to do the hiring. Um, it was very hectic, trying to do everything all by yourself. So when you and I started working together, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulder. A lot of that responsibility you all took on, and your team was always there to kind of hold me accountable, which is something that I'm not used to being a business owner. Who holds the business owner accountable? And I think for your team, y'all did a great job of doing that. You guys helping with my social media, helping with my presence on the web, and even in person. So definitely working with you all has grown my business, and not just my clientele, but also my network, also people in the industry that have reached out to me and networked with me through you all. So it's been a huge benefit working with you all. um, Always get a deposit and a credit card on file. No, but I have had some scenarios where I wish that when it came to collecting payments, there was an easier transaction. Unfortunately, in the industry, it's a, hey, look, when you do a service and you expect to get the final payment, not all the time you get those clients that are honest and that are paying their invoice when it's due. So sometimes you have to kind of reach out or come up with a contract to kind of say, hey, look, this is due dates. I wish that I would have known that sooner. I also wish that I would have known to delegate more at the beginning. You can't take on everything. It's impossible. Even though we try to do it all, it's so much more rewarding when you have a team that has your back, like we do, that can actually take on some responsibilities. For us, we have guys that are project managers, we have guys that are designers, we have guys that do installs. So at the beginning, I was constantly trying to manage everybody, constantly trying to check in and continue to do sales and play all different types of positions. And I realized that you have to trust your team. So looking back on things, I wish I would have trusted my team a lot earlier, because I'm so proud of my team and where we are now. I realized that I could have been handing them responsibilities as far as client facing, as far as sales, as far as accounting, as far as design. So definitely those two major things is just trusting your team and having a process to collect payment is huge. It is a huge honor and a pleasure. And thank you so much for all that you've done, and look forward to working with you in the future and staying connected, man. Thank you so much, and many blessings to you, and continue to grow in yourself, okay? Thank you. Take care.